Quick note about Bill Belichick, a little update over the weekend. You get so much media hitting your Twitter and X and, all your scrolling. And sometimes when you get to the end of the internet, you find yourself reading about Bill Belichick again. So I do have a New York Times review for his book. David Ubben is the writer. Forgive me if the pronunciation is wrong. Yeah, it is okay. He said, the headline, so he didn't write the headline, but Bill Belichick's book is insightful and even fun, but no autobiography or tell-all. And honestly, I guess this is like the weirdo in me that likes like the underbelly of sports and like the gossip. But this article starts off, I'm quoting, "What doesn't show up in any of the 289 pages of Bill Belichick's book? Question mark. Any references, veiled or explicit, to Spygate, Deflategate, or Aaron Hernandez scandals. And of course, Patriots owner Robert Kraft. Malcolm Butler and yes, Jordan Hudson get shout outs in the closing acknowledgments, but there's no discussion of why Belichick's starting cornerback and Super Bowl hero was unceremoniously benched for the Patriots' loss against the Eagles." I skipped the Roman numerals because I used to be able to read them, but then they got so crazy. I can't anymore. But you know the Super Bowls I'm talking about. Look, I'm sure, and I may listen to this book at some point because I'm sure it'll probably make me a better, I don't know. It'll make me more knowledgeable as far as football is concerned, and I'm here for that because Bill Belichick's a genius. But I do want to know about Malcolm Butler. Look, why can't we talk about that? Why did you bench Malcolm Butler? The Hernandez stuff I get. Spygate, you should talk about that, dude. You're almost 80 years old. Like, come on, let's hear a little bit. Deflategate, yes. The Hernandez thing, I get that that's just gross and radioactive and nobody wants that. That's so dark. I almost understand that. But the other stuff he should weigh in on. One other development over the weekend that was reported by The Athletic is that, and I know this dude because he worked at USA Basketball before I did, and he was a PR guy for the Bulls and then the Knicks. Guy's a genius. Brandon Faber, a PR guy, was with the Giants and is no longer with the Giants. And the guy's so good at his job that he has been consulting Belichick, I guess, over the last 6 months or 7 months. And maybe Brandon could be taking over most of Belichick's PR efforts. And that would be great. I'm not saying that, like, this Jordan Hudson situation needs to totally dissolve. They're in love, and far be it for me to get in the way of what the heart wants. It's a little much, the age difference, half a century. That's a lot, but at the same time, it certainly doesn't need to be like right in the middle of it, out in front. I mean, anybody puts their relationship like that out in front like that all the time, you're going to get some blowback, and maybe he doesn't care. But I know the ACC preseason polls or Coach of the Year polls were out, and he's probably around the middle of the pack. I saw that headline.